Let's jump into a holistic training program that I find to be very appropriate for basketball, and where I combine calisthenics with Pilates and plyometrics and sprinkled in with some bodybuilding. Truthfully, the way I'm running this program is predicated on the fact that I'm doing a strength bodybuilding program today, which is 5 sets of 5 on alternating curls with 55-pound dumbbells. So I'm looking forward to doing a tremendous amount of strength training, but I'm going to combine that with all of those other elements. Those things will help me warm my muscles up so when I come to lift the heavy weights, I'm ready to go. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is a plyometric repeat jump squat. Again, I find this program to be appropriate for basketball and fat burning because in developing quad strength here and explosiveness, I'll do about 10 repetitions, go right away into my total gym pull-ups. Basketball players need tremendous upper body strength and endurance, not just strength. These guys are not wrestlers. They're on the court for long periods of time. The back muscles, the lats, the shoulders, the biceps, all of those muscles will get fatigued. And I could tell you, as a man that's nearly 45 years old now, if I hadn't played basketball for a year, the minute I go back out onto the court to play some street ball, I'm spent and my muscles are really torn apart. So training and conditioning my body to make sure that I'm able to perform is very, very important. Here, this is the handstand push-up, aka the total gym shoulder press. Such a smooth and comfortable movement. I love it. As I push up, I'm flexing my shoulders, getting a little bit of tricep work, an inverted push-up, if you will, upside down push-up, which totally works the deltoids. This is great for developing shoulder endurance. I've had a shoulder injury going on 15 years now. This piece of equipment was instrumental in me rehabilitating the shoulder. In order for me to get a beautiful shape, this particular exercise is safe and comfortable, but it also makes my muscles feel like they're full of blood. From here, I'm going to do a sit-up curl-up on the machine. This is a traditional sit-up, more like that you would see with boxers and other athletes. I'm keeping my abdominals tense the entire time. I'm sucking my belly button in toward the spine, flexing my abs on the way up and on the way down to protect my lower back. This is a very steep incline, so it can be rather difficult for the average person. But if you have a good amount of core strength, this is a decent one to add into this training process. Going in for my second set of repeat jump squats. These plyometric movements require quite a bit of rest in between sets. So when I'm doing my pull-ups and my handstand push-ups and my curl-ups, it gives me the opportunity to recover from those jump squats. So by the time I get back to the jump squats, my muscles will be revved up, ready to go, fully rested, and I can explode with maximum power. Here, I keep a nice, strong, fast rhythm. Again, I want this to mimic a sports movement or a sports environment type of training. So I don't go slow with this exercise. I'm trying to get explosive here. The difference that I like to point out between what I do with the pull-up and the handstand push-up is the handstand push-up for me is more of a rehabilitative exercise. So I do take my time with this one, and the shoulders require a lot more time under tension in order to be stimulated because there's so many different heads of the shoulder. Some people say that there are 7 heads of the shoulder, but we know that there are 3. Traditionally, that's the anterior, the front part, the posterior, the back part, and the lateral portion of the shoulder, that's the side part of the shoulder. But other real sports and fitness scientists will say there's 7 heads of the shoulder, so it requires a lot more time under tension. So therefore, I take my time with this exercise. As I move on, I go to a more traditional Pilates style curl up. As you can see, I'm going to focus on a C curve in my spine. As I curl up, I'm curling and coming down one vertebrae at a time, still keeping maximum tension on the abdominal muscles, coming down one vertebrae at a time, very deliberately, very carefully. I'm up, I stretch, and I come down. One thing that you cannot see me doing is when I come up, I suck my belly button in toward the spine like a vacuum. I vacuum my stomach in, and I come down very slow, keeping tension on the muscle. Another thing that one should focus on while I'm doing this particular Pilates curl up on the Total Gym is that I'm trying to stretch the hamstring. Pilates is about strengthening the muscles and lengthening the muscles simultaneously. So I am strengthening my abs and trying to lengthen my hamstrings and lower back muscles as I do this exercise. So it's a combination of powerful stretch for the hamstrings and lower back and a strength and conditioning exercise for my abdominal muscles. Fully recovered. That takes about 3 minutes for all three of those, 3 to 5 minutes of recovery. Then I'm back to my basketball jump squats, my plyometric jump squats. Great for developing a beautiful butt. Trust me, ladies. One thing that I want to mention about those repeat jump squats is if you are training with plyometrics, you should take about 4 weeks off after spending 6 weeks of training with plyometrics. Your body cannot take plyometric training all year long. You can see the activation in the muscles in my back while I do this exercise. It is one of the most directive and direct hits onto the back muscles. I love this machine. I can't say it enough. I'm getting fatigued there. Keep in mind that when I do all of these exercises, the pull-ups, push-ups, curl-ups, I'm going anywhere between 10 and 20 reps per set. Now, here, I want you to pay attention to the fact that I'm pausing a little bit at the top because of my unstable shoulder. As I pause at the top, I'm working a little bit more shoulder stabilization. So I'm trying to hold the stability and come down under control. That's why I pause at the top with this set, because now I'm focused on shoulder stability. After this exercise, you'll see me go right back into the Pilates curl up. Again, if you are doing this one right, meaning sucking the belly button in toward the spine as you come up, coming down super slow and careful, one vertebrae at a time, you don't need to do more than 15 of these. If you can do 15 to 20, kudos, but you will get an effective workout just doing 10 repetitions of this if you do it the right way. You have to focus on time under tension with this one. This is a very deliberate movement, not willy-nilly. You're not all over the place. It's focused. Here I'm starting my 5 sets of 5 with the 55-pound dumbbell alternating bicep curl. Ultimately, this is what I was leading up to. The workout prior to this lasted 10 minutes and provided a good warm-up for my body. So now, while I'm doing this exercise, I'm not really straining so much. I'm struggling and fighting the weight up, but I don't have the strain because my body is warmed up. I'm starting off with the first set of 5, and I will continue by doing 5 sets of 5. Thanks for watching.